Hello YouTube, this is Tammy Pie and I'm back with another video. I know these glasses don't show the blue as much, but they are like really crooked. Sorry. Okay, so I'm here to do a tarot bartender, hashtag tarot bartender by Sapling Tarot. Great tag, fun tag. We've had all kinds of people doing it. We've had people who drink, people who don't drink, people who never drank, people who used to drink, and even people who used to mix drinks for a living. I grew up in bars. I remember like hunting for dropped change underneath bar stools when I was a kid, sitting there and pretending that it was because of me that my dad was making that shot at the pool table, and going and buying packs of cigarettes out of the cigarette machine so that I could keep the change and later go buy candy with it. But first, before I even start this tag, I have a little box here from my friend in Santa Fe. My friend Paula, who is actually right now in Chile. She's taking a ski vacation with her son in Chile, of all things, where it's already snowing. If you know Santa Fe, New Mexico, the history of it, if you've lived there at any point in the last 30 years, you might know a little place, a secondhand bookstore that my friend's mom has owned for, I don't know, 40, maybe 50 years. Well, she doesn't own it anymore. She sold it on, but the guy that now runs Book Mountain in Santa Fe, New Mexico, still has kept her the spirit of it. The store has since moved because the place was falling apart. But she goes over there every once in a while and raids it for tarot decks if they have any. They don't very often, but every once in a while they do. Or tarot books. And she sends me whatever she finds. And sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's okay, but, you know, I'm not going to stick my nose up at secondhand tarot books. So let's see what Paula sent me from Book Mountain this time. Okay, cool. We have Tarot for Dummies. I've never had that. By Amber Jayanti. Okay, worth a shot. How to Read Tarot, a Modern Guide by Jessica Wiggin. I don't know if I need that, but hey. The Complete Idiot's Guide to Tarot, 2nd edition. And, you know, you never know what you're going to find in these older books. Oh, this is cool. This is the old version of Mary Kay Greer's Tarot for Yourself. I have, this is my dad. Wow. I wonder if she realized she had that, or maybe she stuck it in there. I don't know. Cool. And the Tarot Workbook by Emily Peach. Okay? So that's my little used book haul. And I'll let you know how that turns out. Okay. So, this tag, the Tarot Bartender, has, I forget how many prompts, 14 prompts. People keep adding stuff. They add stuff if they want to. And I'm having a little huckleberry cider from my local brewery. They grow their own hops right around the corner from where I live here in Yakima. It's called the Tieton Brewery. And they've got a little bar on the side. And this is their huckleberry cider. And it's lovely. Okay. Prompt 1 is the old-fashioned. Your favorite classic deck or the riff on one. Hang on just a second. Okay, so an old-fashioned I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I don't like whiskey drinks. But I understand why people do. And I'm like the opposite. I like something that's sweet. And this is an old classic, kind of. The Hoi Polloi remade by Brandt Palazzo. And this is the Moon Baby. This is the first edition with the baby pink edges. And it's just, this is a magnificent reader. The cardstock is lovely. It's a little thick, but it shuffles beautifully. I've actually taken this to fairs to read with, and it reads just beautifully because it's basically Rider-Waite-Smith. So that is the Moon Baby Tarot, first edition. I'm telling you, I gotta do another OOP unapologetic. Look at him. Oh, he's so pretty. Oh my God, this is such a good card. Yeah. Okay. So that is number 1. Number 2, a gin and tonic. I do love a gin and tonic. I like weird gin. I like Empress gin. That's the purple one that turns pink when you put lemon in it. I like, is it Hendrix gin? The ones that have all the flowery flavors in them that they do now. Ah, delightful. And this is a no frills, straightforward, to the point deck. And honestly, I'm going to say the Gentle Tarot. I think the Gentle Tarot reads quite easily. I think it is not overly complex, although it is quite different. And it reads beautifully. So that is my gin and tonic. And I hope you've all seen Mari in the Sky has released there's that strength card. Oh, I love it. Love this deck. She released her list of extras that she's trying to get done for the new Gentle Oracle, My Friend Fire. Okay, so a spritz, basically. A flavored cider is kind of a spritz, isn't it? And that's a deck to brighten your day. Something that just makes you happy to hold it. And I will tell you what, this is one of those decks. This is the Oak, Ash and Thorn. And this deck, it's just a joy to behold. Again, in my opinion, very easy to read with, despite the fact that this is very thick, beautiful cardstock. That's the extra card. I don't know if it still comes with that card. Just like a spritzer. My hands, man. This deck, you can't help but be happy when you're holding it. Yeah. Okay. Prompt 4, Dirty Martini. A strong, salty deck. Again, I would not touch a dirty martini. Well, that's not true. If it was nicely made with a good vodka or a good gin, I might drink a dirty martini, but it's yeah. Okay, so this is the Haindl. And this deck kind of looks like a dirty martini. For one thing, it's got that kind of green gold. But also it can be very kind of somber. It can, it has a kind of a dad voice. So this would be my Dirty Martini deck, the Haindl Tarot by Hermann Haindl. All right, what do we have next? Ah, the Pina Colada. Now, I love a Pina Colada, but I agree, I wouldn't order them in a bar usually, unless the bar does like daiquiris and stuff, because usually they don't make them very well. But when I'm in Hawaii, I will order a Pina Colada because they make good ones there. And this, I almost chose Lilifer. Rowan, if you're watching, this is the prompt, Lilifer. But because there was already a couple people choosing Lilifer for this prompt, but also for a couple other prompts, I think. I saw it at least twice. I decided to instead choose my, and it's a deck for a summer holiday. And this, maybe I'm not going to the beach, but I'm going to New Orleans. And if I'm going to New Orleans, I'm gonna have the Paulina Tarot by Paulina Cassidy or Paulina Fae. And this deck reminds me of Mardi Gras. Oh, death in the parade. So yeah. All right. The hot toddy. There you go. I love a hot toddy. Yum. This is a deck for a cold winter's night. And I have the perfect deck. This Icelandic beauty, the Mythilogica Fennica Tarot. And I've been having a really good time with this. I've been posting little readings on it on my Instagram. And reading just the guidebook and the little stories. This is about to come out, I think, by Rockpool. But they're never the same, are they? When they go mass market, it's just a different deck. But the stories are great. Very interesting. And of course, because it's Norse myth, Icelandic myth, very wintry. So that's my hot toddy. All right, next. Espresso Martini. Not in this lifetime am I going to drink an espresso martini. I don't know, maybe somebody makes them so deliciously that I would, but no, not with a gun to my head. This is an energy boosting deck. And this came to mind right away because I feel like this art is very energetic. And this is the I Am the Artist Tarot. This is the one that used to have the headless people. It used to be called Sakki-Sakki, but is now with heads. refreshed, a little upgraded. The backs are different. The cardstock is much different. Even the size is different. Very energetic artwork. That's my Espresso Martini. A Manhattan. The deck to take your time with. Hang on just a second. Okay. I couldn't find my other one. I think it's in one of my other boxes, but I love this deck. Okay, where are we at? Manhattan. A deck to take your time with, and that is the Tarot of the Spirit. And this is a tarot deck by Pamela and Joyce Eakins. Joyce Eakins has a YouTube channel, and I listen to the lessons that go with this deck. This deck is very Kabbalah based, but this is one of those decks. I'm going to do the tag decks that changed me. This is one of the decks that has changed me. This deck is really, really cool. And I've experienced some amazing synchronicities with the readings that I've done with it. So that is Tarot of the Spirits. A mojito. Yum. First of all. A palette cleanser deck for when you need a reset. And this is a fun little deck. It's an easy reader. This is the Halloween Tarot by something Kipling. And this is just a delight. It's RWS. Very easy reader. Very kind of joyously Halloween themed. We have a black cat in every single card. It references all kinds of wonderful October, interesting, spooky but not too spooky things. Like a clown but not a too scary clown. Bats and moths. Ghosts and trolls. You know, a giant. It's not too bad. It's more just the joy of Halloween, and that's a great palette cleanser for me. Okay, next, the Bloody Mary, a problem solver. Okay, so what I got from problem solver is you go in for a Bloody Mary after you've had a rough night out, after you've drunk too much and you need a little hair of the dog to make you feel a little better, right? Oh, this is so good. All right. So, and I love a good Bloody Mary. I don't need all the snacks. And honestly, if it's got celery or bacon or asparagus or a peanut butter sandwich, whatever they put in it, I usually take that out and put it to the side, or to even tell them don't even bother with that. I just like a good spicy Bloody Mary mix. I like a heavy tomato juice. I like a strong Worcestershire. I like a little bit of Tabasco, not too much. Celery salt, delicious. Okay, so I brought two for this. And this is the Banksy Tarot. And Banksy, because it's a graffiti deck, it has a lot of very rebellious artwork to it. And it is a problem solver. Some of the readings I have done with this deck have been really interesting. They've been really heartfelt and really very deep. And I very much enjoy it. I love me some Banksy Tarot. But also, as far as problem solving, the Benabel Wins Spirit Keepers Tarot. Because this is the kind of tarot that has a little bit of everything in it. So, like a Bloody Mary, it is so kind of fulfilling that it really does have an answer to any question, in my opinion. So that is the Spirit Keepers Tarot. That's the second printing of the Revelation edition. Okay, what's next? Ooh, French 75, a special occasion deck. Let's see. And mine is in this perfectly suited box, which I put the extra justice in. I don't know if he still does it, but he used to give an extra justice and an extra strength so you could put them where you wanted them. And this is a first edition, and I have rounded the corners. They came with sharp corners in a paper box. And this is just one of the most beautiful tarot decks I've ever seen. It doesn't have a bunch of fancy gilding. It's just a guy painting. And it has a lot of really interesting things about it. Like all the 10s have this kind of eye-shaped doorway to them. Many of the people in it are like puppets. The major arcana is just gorgeous. Yeah, so that's my French 75. Okay, hang on. Okay, a couple more prompts. We're almost done. All right, this is prompt 12, the Aviation, which is a drink I'd never heard of. I looked it up, and it does look delicious. This is a wild card deck for when you're feeling adventurous, and for that I chose the Garden and Goblins, or the Goblin and Gardens Tarot, and it is an adventurous deck. This is a collage style deck. It is really interesting, really beautiful, really weird. But, I mean, because it's D&D, it's adventurous, right? And I am very much enjoying it. It has great cardstock, by the way. Nice gilding. That's my adventure. The Goblins and Gardens Tarot deck. Right. Jonathan William Sasha. Okay. All right. The usual. If I am in a bar and I want to order a drink and I don't want to get something like overly complicated, I will get a lemon drop. I love a lemon drop. I have since I was 21. But usually my main drink is a tequila shot. Shot of tequila, couple shots of tequila, and gets the job done, right? So my most used deck is Thoth. And this is my good old, this is my first deck. And as a matter of fact, my friend Paula sent me this deck out of the blue. Came into the shop. She said, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm sending it to you. And the rest is history. Love this. And it gets the job done, just like a tequila shot or a lemon drop. I am going to do the extra prompt that Kelly Bear put on, which is a whiskey sour. And that's a deck that left a bitter taste in your mouth. And that is, and I'm trying, you. I'm trying to get with it. The Hermann Tarot. I've never been one to enjoy decks that are done by different artists. So I haven't been able to fall in love with this. And my intention, how I intend to use this is with all the cards. But I don't get it yet. So that is the deck that left a bitter taste. Otherwise, if I don't like a deck, I get rid of it, you know? So thank you very much for coming, and till next time.